The presidential election is later today. Let's talk about some great political films to watch instead of worrying about the election. The Post, Steven Spielberg's great 2017 film about the first female publisher at the Washington Post, starring Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks, about Streep's character trying to expose government secrets that have been around for 3 decades during this time. Despite risking their careers for this piece, they pushed through and tried to expose the wrongdoings by the government. Hanks and Streep are both phenomenal here. There's a reason why Streep got an Oscar nomination and why Hanks almost got an Oscar nomination and got tons of other awards. They're both giving 2 of their best performances they're fantastic here. Definitely give The Post a watch. All the President's Men. This 1976 film is probably the objective best film on this list. A classic film starring Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford about 2 reporters who researched the 1972 burglary of the Democratic Party headquarters at Watergate apartment complex. Hoffman, Redford, and Jason Robards are extraordinary here. This is a classic for a reason, one of the best films of 1976, which is one of the best years in film history. Definitely give All the President's Men a watch. Trust me, it's amazing. Now, my personal favorite film here happens to be 1991 Oliver Stone's JFK, starring this massive cast of Kevin Costner, Tommy Lee Jones, Joe Pesci, Gary Oldman, Donald Sutherland, Kevin Bacon, John Candy, Jack Lemmon, Sissy Spacek, Edward Asner, Laurie Metcalf, and even more. There's a huge cast in this film, but it's about the investigation behind the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Now, this film has a long runtime, over 3 hours. In all honesty, it is probably the easiest film to watch here, and is effortlessly engaging as well as memorable. All the actors put in their all for this role. It's one of Kevin Costner's best performances. It's one of Tommy Lee Jones's best performances. It's one of Donald Sutherland's best performances. And even Gary Oldman, who doesn't get a lot to do here and has a very small screen time, he puts in one of his best performances as well. In 2006, there was a movie called Idiocracy. Please watch that movie. Steven Spielberg has yet another movie on this list with 2012's Lincoln. Now, this film is mostly known for Daniel Day-Lewis's phenomenal performance. Yeah, that he won an Oscar for a reason. Yeah, his performance as Abraham Lincoln was extraordinary. But why watch Lincoln? Yeah, it has Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, it has Steven Spielberg behind the camera. But why watch it? I think it's a way of changing the biopic stereotype of storytelling, where instead of telling the whole life of a person in a way that a movie like Bohemian Rhapsody does and just shows how they become that person that we know, the movie Lincoln shows a very small time period of Abraham Lincoln's life, but the most important time period. Over the course of, I'm pretty sure, about 4 months is when the whole film takes place. It really is fantastic because we just see the depth that Daniel Day-Lewis has with this role. And instead of showing the actual scenes of his past, we can easily just see it through his actions and how he reacts to everything and his phenomenal acting with this performance. Vice, Adam McKay's film showcasing the rise of Dick Cheney in the early 2000s, the vice president of George W. Bush. Christian Bale gives an all-time great performance here, and Amy Adams, Sam Rockwell, and Steve Carell are great too. Well, those are just some picks for some political films to watch. Let me know your picks down below in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. What's your favorite film out of this list?